Oh my
Hey, I hope you weren't wearing earphones because I probably just bent you over the bedside table right there. But anyways, if you enjoyed our last podcast, we're doing another one, trade away targets. We don't like any of these players, but first, make sure you comment in the comment sections for trades that you want us to complete. You want us to analyze.
God.
We're the trade analyzer. If you like this trade, we will answer it. We answer all comments. I answer in 30 seconds or less because I have
Yeah.
no life.
Yeah.
Anyways, we want to hear the most out of pocket shit you said this week, all week.
Yeah.
Leave it in the
Yeah.
comments as well. But like
Yeah.
I said, this is trade away targets. We're going to get kind of serious now. Matt, deliver me your first trade away target.
Yeah, to keep it on a serious note, Scotty literally sits in a closet like with a fat ass jar of peanut butter, just butt ass naked, waiting for y'all to make comments. So yeah,
Oh
it's kind of
yeah,
fucking
baby.
weird. But yeah, I'm trading away fucking the Vikings people, bro. Addison, I'm trading away
Ooh.
Hawkinson, and dude, Kirkyo's out, bro. Kirkyo's down. Right now, it's maybe Nick Mullins. I don't know who's going to come into play. It's looking disgusting. But another person I really like as far as that person to trade, talking about Hawkinson. I think, Scotty, do you think you could flip Hawkinson for Dalton Kincaid right now?
I don't think so. I think it's too much of a brand name.
What do you mean? No. I'm saying sell Hawkinson to get Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think that would be a move because, dude, Dalton Kincaid is coming to an end with Dawson Knox, who is on IR right now, and you could flip someone like Hawkinson possibly because right now Kirkyo's not going to be there. I don't think they're going to bring in another QB. I mean, Kirkyo is on the last year of guaranteed type money for the Vikings, but I'm not sure. I mean, because like this is a team that has a really cupcake schedule coming up, and I don't know who's going to be this. Now the thing is, we talked about Njoku the previous week about him being a pickup because as a backup QB you need someone to lean on, and Hawkinson could be that guy. But I'm seeing Dalton Kincaid right now. He's getting tutties. He's going off each week, and he's tied to the Bills. And currently right now the Bills only have Diggs, and I mean Gabe Davis is kind of up and down. But besides that, they have no one else really to pass to. So and who's Allen? Like Allen loves to throw it. He fucking throws it all the damn time. So
Yeah.
I think Dalton Kincaid could be like a good switch, but it's like very risky though, super risky.
It is risky. Yeah, maybe that's a move if you're like don't have any wins and you need to make
Yeah.
something happen.
Yeah.
But all right, moving on here. We have the obvious one of DeAndre Hopkins. Get him off your team. He had a great week last week. He didn't really have many yards. It was mainly just touchdowns and chunk plays, like one play thing. It wasn't really him just making crazy moves, getting in space, and doing just freakish shit.
Yeah,
But
a little freak.
also too, his schedule the rest of the year is kind of trash.
Yeah.
So, and he's got Will Levis in the QB role now, and seemingly he could take over the helm for the Titans team if he has another good week. I think they're on the short week. They play Pittsburgh this week.
Yeah.
So, trade away DeAndre Hopkins while you can. He had his first best game of the year so far for sure, and that's just all the more reason to trade him. I think that's his absolute ceiling there.
I think you could trade him too just because he's playing Pittsburgh this week. I mean, I think he has a chance to go off again. But, like you said, the schedule coming up is kind of gross. And that's what something you could tell someone trading. Like, they asked, like, on DHOP ain't been doing. I'm like, bro, Will Levis just came in. He's proven he can throw. This is not Tannehill now. And also, too, they got Pittsburgh coming up, who is, I think Fitzpatrick, he got hurt. He's not going to be playing this upcoming week. So, it's looking gross for Pittsburgh, and it's looking like a juicy matchup for Hawkins, who I think will go off, but after that, you're really not going to want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. And the next – I can't believe I'm saying this, Scotty. I have two people. I'm just grouping them together.
Sure.
Trade away people I'm trading for and just trying to get something back. Justin Jefferson, because I'm going back to the well with the Vikings. With Kirk Hill going out, I don't think Jefferson's going to come back now. I don't know. And I'm saying Cooper Kupp. Because right now, dude, Matt Stafford –
Hurt,
he might go on IR.
Yeah.
He's having issues, and that was the thing when you drafted Cooper Kupp before the injuries. It was Matt Stafford. How long can he last? Because he is the key to this Rams offense for getting everything done. And I mean, Puka almost falls to the category too, because those are two people who have don't get me wrong. Cooper Kupp is a really good wide receiver, and he'll continue to be a good wide receiver. But with Matt Stafford, he is elite, and he is in that tier with Tyreek, AJ, Chase, Jefferson. He's up there. If not, sometimes he's number one. But Matt Stafford might be out for a good bit, and you're going to need some wins, I'm assuming, coming up for playoffs, and you're going to need to do something. I don't know if it really depends on how Stafford progresses, but Right now, I'm thinking about trading Kupp and Jefferson to people because they're going to see that name, and people are also going to see Kupp didn't play like too good, like back-to-back games, didn't really do much. They're probably thinking like, oh, I'm going to trade for him. I'm going to get this guy right now. Then I'm going to save him for later, which you might be able to, but low key, I think you should try to get some value back from those players and try to pick up some others.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I mean, I need to look up. I'm trying to see right now. Who's the Rams' backup QB?
Dude, I think it's the guy from Georgia.
Oh,
who,
Brett Ripon, Stetson Bennett too.
Yeah,
But I
Stetson
think he
Bennett.
says he's out. I think it'll be Brett Ripon. But that just is a testament to Matt Stafford. That dude is always playing, no matter if he's hurt or not. He's just
Yeah.
a fucking warrior back there.
Well, yeah, I mean, but also too, look at Matt Stafford, he's been like a part of Megatron, Cooper Kupp, and
Yeah.
I want to say one more other person, but he's been a part of people who have like broken records for receiving. Like that's just how good he's been. I mean, don't get me wrong, the people catching's been good, but he's been putting that ball in there. So I think, he's not been always a great fantasy play, but it's really going to take a big hit on this Rams offense, I think. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get away from him.
Yeah, moving on here, we got none other than Bijan Robinson. It pains me to say it, but he has just not been all he's been cracked up to be this year, especially where you drafted him. In most drafts, he was a first-round pick. In 12-man PPR leagues, he was going like pick 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there. And he's just not
range.
yeah, he's not been cracked up to where he's been. You're a Bijan Robinson owner. I'm sure you're not very happy with his performance and based off where you drafted him.
Yeah, the only thing that's really holding on for Bijan for me is that his playoff schedule is like
It's very good.
so juicy, bro. But like you said, I don't think the problem is not. I don't think it's really quite Bijan. I think the problem is a mix of
Right.
Arthur Smith, who is just really like it pains me to say. I mean, he's ruined. I feel like Kyle Pitts, and also too. I mean, I hope he doesn't do it with Bijan, but you can see. I mean, there's times where Tyler Algiers getting this ball, and it's like, bro, what is even going? Like Bijan is the guy who you drafted. Like, let's use him. It's a similar situation with Gibbs. So it doesn't quite make sense how the coaching is running it,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, Bijan's a tough one, and the problem is running backs are so hard to come by right now that his value is probably still high because it's just such a limited market. But yeah, I mean, really for me, the only thing that's holding on is that playoff schedule. I'm just trying to make it there. Even if I'm coming in I'm like 8th place coming in a 12-man league in the playoffs. Like if I can get in that spot and I got Bijan, then you know what, that's worth it to me. But if it comes to a point where I'm like close and I might not, I might have to send him off.
Yeah, for sure. All right, baby. Who's your second?
Dude, I'm going a little double
Our
deucer
third.
right here. I'm staying the double deucer sign, but we're going to keep it quick. It's
Okay.
Mr. Gus Edwards, Gus Bus, who is
Okay.
coming off back-to-back games, absolutely fucking tearing it up. We know Gus Bus is not going to score 3 tutties again like this because Lamar loves running that shit in the end zone. He just didn't do it this week, It just happened to not happen like that, and I mean, it is what it is, and everyone loves RBs right now. And guess what? People would probably be chomping at the bit to get Gus Edwards. Now, I'm not saying you could trade him for a super big established probably RB, but you could definitely get him for probably a mid-tier RB. Yeah, I mean, because there's some people like I don't think you get him for Pollard, but like I'm trying to think of other like people who are right now currently in like sticky RB situations and other people they might want to trade.
Josh Jacobs, maybe?
Yeah, I mean that might be someone too you could possibly do too. But then the other one is I'm doing Mr. Jay Williams from Denver, and the reason why I'm doing him is because he has not got any goal line work at all really this year. Or I'm going to say goal line work. He's got some, but he just hasn't scored at all. And this Denver team's been behind a lot. It's been a lot of Mason McLaughlin and him. And this was the only time Denver will ever be up this much. And, like, actually, the other team's turning it over. They're just having to run it. And they're having to do this. This is a very rare situation for Denver, I feel like. And if you watch most of their games, it was really weird how everything went happen. But I believe Patrick Mahomes was under the weather with a flu, and it was also cold. And I'll tell y'all what, when I have the flu and it's cold, I don't even want to move. But this motherfucker's trying to play games. So I think this game script for Mr. Williams, he was it was kind of like a rare situation. So I don't know if that's ever going to come back. So Javonte, I think he's a good little trade away. Bingo.
Sure. All right, my last one to wrap up this episode of Out of Pocket Sports, I think we can both agree on is Chris Olave. Him and Derek Carr have not been on the same page this year, and it's been tough to watch. He had two games to start the year that were pretty good. It was going to be a hopeful season, and then just nothing. It's been terrible for fantasy owners. And I would trade him away as quickly as you can. He's kind of a brand name too, so you might be able to get something kind of good for him. Like in my other league, I traded Damian Pierce and Chris Olave for Amon-Ra and Jameer Gibbs. So I may have taken a hit at the running back position, arguably. But
but that was before the Gibbs and the Amon-Ra go off, right?
correct,
Yeah.
yes. So I think I won that trade for sure.
No,
But
you for sure won that. I mean, especially Olave, because like you said, it's been so disconnect. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I think Derek Carr's just been atrocious this year for fantasy and for the Saints. I mean, look at Alvin Kamara. Like, this is insane. I mean, okay, you got Christian McCaffrey, number one, and then who's the number two in RBs this year? I mean, Alvin Kamara's kind of up there. I mean, if you look at what he's been doing, I mean, he's been catching almost like he's double-digit catching passes out of the bag. He's so inefficient as a runner, but he's scoring.
Kamara's number 6.
Yeah, but I mean, look at his production since he's came back, and now he's number 6. And how many games did he miss, bro? He had this like what was
Like
it?
the
Was
first
it
4.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4. I can't remember how many game suspension he
Yeah.
had. But I mean, the dude's been insane for fantasy. So I just don't like. I mean, I like Olave, but I don't like the connection. And
Situation.
we have enough data now to say that this connection might not work for the rest of the
Yeah.
year. So it's getting to that point, guys, where it's like, we're waiting on it. Right now. We're more waiting on rookie wide receivers to break out. That's kind of like where you're looking for rookies to break out. These veterans are kind of been playing. Unless a trade happens, really, I don't think much is going to change. Rather than if they have juicy, fruity matchups.
For sure.
So.
All right, baby. That wraps it up for this episode. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment. We'll answer any sort of trade requests you guys might have. We'll kind of analyze them, and it'll be either me or Matt getting into it first. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll sign off for now. Adios.